Welcome. How I just get on a live and it definitely was about to say connection interruption. For real. Anywho, welcome returning and new subscribers. Appreciate you all. It's great to see you all again. Okay. Okay. As you can see in the pin, this will not be a live for energy updates. More than likely the next one or the one after that, we can do that. But this is just for the collective, okay? So I did want to touch base on the retrogrades, specifically Mercury, Mars, that is stationed direct, and Uranus, okay? As you can see from the title, tail end. Now, that also came up because y'all know how I am. If you're new to the channel, me and my beloved animals and nature, we be getting it popping over here with the messages, okay? And shout out to y'all for coming up in here, liking the video, aka washing your hands, taking your shoes off at the door, so that when you come in, you can't actually come in, okay? You're more than welcome, but make sure you do that first, okay? So, also, if you are wanting, okay, not needing, here, listen to me clearly. If you are wanting to book a personal reading with me, one email is the only thing that you have to send. The same way it's in that description box, okay, where it tells you patience and awareness is the requirement. If I get an additional email from you, unfortunately, I will not be doing a personal reading. That is the reason why I put that requirement there. No love lost, but that's just how me and my guides operate. We don't do the multiple emailing thing because that's speaking from the essence of you needing. Okay? That's not what we do over here. All right? So, nonetheless, much love, but one email is all you have to send me, and be patient with my response to you. Once I respond to you, you'll see the information in the email. The key thing is about that email is to read it thoroughly, okay? Because I really go by the awareness of those who are requesting readings as to whether, you know, we'll move forward. Okay. But you're more than welcome to join me on the lives. Like I said, no love lost. But as far as personal energy is concerned, patience is key over here. If you don't have that patience, I am not the reader for you. All right. So let's talk about these retrograde energies, right? So starting with Uranus, it went retrograde on the 24th of August, and that will be the last one to come out of the retrograde energy on the 22nd of this month, which is also the Lunar New Year, right? Then we had Mars go retrograde on the 30th of October, and it just stationed direct yesterday. Mercury went retrograde on the 29th of December, and it's stationing direct on the 18th of January. Now, let's talk about Mars and Mercury first, because these are more so having to do with the inner parts of you, personal planets. So that will be the sun's energy, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. This all has to do with you. Once we step into Jupiter on our way over to Pluto, that has to do with the external experiences shared by the collective. Okay. So now you can have an idea as to, you know, the vibes of these retrogrades, because when it comes to Mars, this has to do with the action and use of your willpower. But prior to that, we have Mercury, right? And Mercury has a lot to do with your perception and your relation with the external. So, your thoughts, the way you communicate those thoughts. With both of these being in retrograde, what's happening is there's a change that's occurring for you to basically shed that old skin. Shedding that old skin is signified by where it steps into once it finishes its retrograde journey, because both Mercury and Mars are ending their retrograde journey at 8 degrees, which is Scorpio. We already know after Scorpio is Sagittarius, right? Now Scorpio is that bridge, that place that you enter for your transformation, where you have to shed that old skin in order for you to step into that God essence of who you are, in order for you to expand based on your creativity, okay, willpower, solar plexus, right? So that way you are now able to respond to the signs and synchronicities, or your instincts that are guiding you to move forward based on what the intuition is sending to that solar plexus. Because with the intuition, it's not something that you can sit here and be logical about or figure out. It's just a point of direction, but you have to trust it. But if you have sacral issues or sacral blockage that doesn't allow you to trust, you're not going to be able to fully respond to that notion of the intuition speaking to you. Okay, so Mercury started its retrograde journey in the sign of Capricorn at 24 degrees. And it's important to look at this 24th degree because it reflects Pisces. That's a Piscean degree. Okay. So we got this Capricorn Pisces energy. So it's like, while Mercury is going retrograde, it's allowing you to reevaluate your beliefs based on authority and vice versa. The way authority has used its belief on you and what you have taken from it, or the way you started to live your life based off of that. And just with saying that, let's go to Uranus, because Uranus talks about new insights that you're able to attain through adversity, right? And Uranus started its retrograde journey on the 24th of August. Now, the 24th of August is also connected to the royal star Regulus, which means leading from the heart. Okay, leading from the heart. So there's a lot of cleaning up that's happening as of August the 24th. Even more so, the new moon in Leo, which that was the 8th of August. That was the Lionsgate that happened also. So that was a very powerful moment in terms of transmutation starting its process. Okay. Now, Uranus started its retrograde journey on the 24th of August in the sign of Taurus at 18 degrees, and 18 is a Virgo degree. Okay, now Virgo has a lot to do with I analyze, not overthinking, analyzing. So it's basically a point where you're now putting certain thoughts into action, but making sure that it aligns with who you are, your spirit, your soul, because that's also connected to the hermit, right? And Taurus has a lot to do with core values. And these are two, the fact that it's at 18 degrees in Taurus, it speaks of a lot of earthy energies. Okay. So what is it that you are doing based on this new level of insight through adversity? What is it that you are now going to do or have been guided to do when it comes to staying rooted and grounded, when it comes to your core values, when it comes to your work, what you decide to do for work? Okay, because this is happening in the 10th house at that, which is Capricorn's house. And it ends the retrograde journey in the sign of Taurus at 14 degrees, which is a Cancerian degree. So while Uranus is in retrograde from August 24th to January 22nd, right? What's happening is there's a pause that happens where now you're able to implement certain changes that may have occurred that actually gave you new insight. So it's basically slowing things down so you can really see the way you're going to move once it's stationed direct, which is on the 22nd. And it's a lunar new year. And it's at 14 degrees, which is a Cancerian degree. So no coincidence here at all. Don't worry. If this is going over your head, just listen. Allow your soul to absorb whatever it can at this moment. You can always come back to it later. Okay. All right. Now let's go to Mars retrograde, which started on the 30th of October and stationed direct yesterday. Now, Mars started its retrograde journey in the sign of Gemini at 25 degrees, which is an Aries degree. So, this is you thinking, recalibrating or reflecting, reviewing the way you think about who you are, the I am that I am. Okay. And again, it's not a coincidence. Why? Because the next time the North Node and the South Node shift, the North Node is going to be in Aries. So you got to be in alignment when it comes to who you are and the way you think better reflect that. Okay. Now, Mars ends its retrograde journey in the sign of Gemini at 8 degrees, which is the Scorpio energy. And again, Mercury and Mars both end their retrograde journey at 8 degrees in different signs, yes, but that number eight right there, that Scorpio energy is speaking of shedding that old skin so you can step into who you truly are, the spiritual warrior, the I am that I am, especially in this age of Aquarius of I know. You gotta know. It was just 11:11 on a timer. In most cases, you know what stops you from knowing or going to the depths of you knowing yourself is seeking validation from others who are not doing the work that you're doing. Now, what you can do is in this 7 years, not get pissed off at that. Use that as fuel. Use that as a moment to say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what they're doing. One is not better than the other because they are on a different journey, and so are you. Just keep it real simple. Okay. So that way you're not hurting yourself emotionally because you feel like someone doesn't understand. And if you've been subscribed to this channel, at least within the last month, you already know the only person that's supposed to understand you is you. Okay. Because as long as you're having 12/12 ascension time, as long as you're having these conversations for others to see you, you're just showing yourself that you're not comfortable with yourself yet fully. Because if you were, you wouldn't be in certain conversations longer than you need to be, let alone be in them. So with these retrograde energies, it's really helping you to have this awakening and connection to source and connection to this planet and the way it's shifting. Because listen, as far as Aquarius is concerned, that energy speaks of mindfulness. Okay. And that's the harmony between the head and your chest area. But this will be the brain and the heart, right? So, with that being said, being in the age of Aquarius, its polar opposite is Leo. So Leo has something to do with that too. And Leo speaks about I will, or I will create, or your creative rulership energy. But you have to know who you are in order to tap into that. And this energy of the retrograde starting as of August has been helping you day in and day out. Okay, this is why certain things have been occurring, making you step out of your comfort zone. So much so, you may have picked up on different ways to protect yourself spiritually, or what to stay away from. Because all of this is happening to make you wiser. And a wise person is someone who applies the knowledge. So this is no longer the time to have knowledge and just to let it sit there. Because the universe knows you have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our messages for the collective. I just wanted to, go over that just a bit for you all. But yeah, as of let's say there's something about February 4th though that is connected to the Six of Swords. Thank you, Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collected to use our Most High to see. Always, always, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So yeah, let me see what that was about. This February 4th vibes. So once again, if you want, not need to book a personal reading with me because I can pick up on that energy. And this is why I ask for you to be patient. Because if I receive a second one, no, it's not. It's not how you roll over here. And again, no love lost. But that's probably all. There's probably the only thing you actually needed was that awareness. Okay, it's not the ego's timing. It's divine timing. Okay, 204. Six of Swords energy, Mercury in Aquarius, which speaks of getting out of murky waters into stable waters, and that was the Death card. Speaking of the tail end of it, we're definitely at a tail end of an old way of thinking, an old way of doing, an old way of speaking, an old way of feeling, so that way you can become your optimal level of self. And that's always in a position of transition. You know what I'm saying? The Death card comes out first, Scorpio energy. Speaking of Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde, they're finishing their journeys at an 8th degree. Mars in Gemini and Mercury in Capricorn. Let me see what's happening. Oh, okay. So we're definitely speaking of Mercury here. There's definitely a change here in the vibration of thoughts. Okay. You're at the tail end of the way you used to think, and thoughts become things, right? Wow. We have the Justice card now. Okay. Okay. That's quite the sight. This is quite the sight because with this red here, what was keeping these other two pillars out of balance had to do with the root chakra. You know what? That brings me to what I was just looking at not too long ago. And it had to do with the serpent because Mercury ends its journey of retrograde in the degrees of Capricorn that has to do with the serpent charmer. Now it says here the snake or serpent is known as the awakener and the sign of the healer. It is seen as a symbol of wisdom, secrecy, and subtlety. The serpent or snake is one of the symbols for the astrological sign of Scorpio because of its reptilian ability to transform and regenerate yearly through shedding its skin. The root chakra is symbolically depicted as a serpent asleep at the base of the spine. This sleeping serpent is called the Kundalini. When the Kundalini is stimulated, the serpent travels up from the base of the spine, the root chakra, all the way to the crown chakra. Okay? Order and chaos is what I heard just now. The Native American teachings, the snake is seen as a symbol of transmutation because it sheds its skin once each year. The snake is enigmatic as it embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and immortality. In the Bible, the serpent is the only animal cunning enough to trick Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. Although the serpent is seen as evil in the Genesis account by many, some Bible scholars postulate that the serpent did not in fact trick Eve, but was actually symbolic of the Kundalini energy awakening within the couple. Even the Bible depicts the serpent as a powerful being who has healing and transforming capabilities. When Moses was in the desert with the Israelites, poisonous snakes invaded the camp. Moses was instructed by Jehovah to fashion or make a bronze serpent and place it on a pole so that anyone who was bitten by the snake only had to look at the bronze serpent to survive. So, symbolism, a lot about symbolism, and like also the flower of life, like looking at these sacred geometric shapes is what's going to even help you, to clear out any of the cells that no longer serve you. So that way, those that allow you to live or reconnect to your soul's mission or your soul's path, eternal life, can be awakened. Even to this day, the medical profession has chosen to use the serpent as a symbol for its profession, thus verifying its healing qualities. Now, after mentioning that, earlier today, this was what time? What time did I see them though? Because that's the time I started to look into it. This was at 11:52 a.m. I look out to this oak tree that's right in front of me, and I noticed two squirrels, then a third one, then a fourth one, then a fifth one. I said, oh, okay. It's a party of squirrels outside. All right. So the squirrels have to do with preparation. Okay. So just as we mentioned about these retrograde energies, you're being prepared for balance. Justice is the card of this year, 7 year. Seventh house energy, Libra energy. Okay. It is the card of this year. So right now, the preparation that's happening is happening through endings. So that way you can make room for this new beginning that is coming. Now, just saw the Ouroboros, which is basically connected to the world card, which is Capricorn's energy. So yeah, there's a lot that's being balanced out here, collected from your past. This card symbolizes Sun and Scorpio. Okay, so this could be from November 2nd to November 12th is the Six of Cups card. But the Six of Cups also speaks of soulmate energy. It speaks of child past life, or just the past life in general. Now I'm getting the frequency of twin souls. The thing with twin souls is you have to do the work internally to connect with their twin soul in the physical. So if there are parts of you that you're rejecting, this is the same part or the same reason why who you consider to be your twin could be rejecting you. Now, this also gives you the moment to see if that person is actually your twin or a false twin. Okay. And all of it is just to get you to see things clearly. Okay. What else do we have here? Ooh, that was King of Wands. And that's the way that King of Wands appeared as I was shuffling through them cards. It looked like Moses holding that staff, which is represent. Well, there goes the Page of Wands. Wow. The Page of Wands speaks of a message that's coming in that bears great news. It's 409 right now, or 1609 if you use military time. And then we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Notice how this is showing through here. The Page of Wands is choosing to go in one direction, and the Seven of Swords is going in another, but the Seven of Swords is looking back. Something about do not look back if you don't want to become salt or stoned. Okay. So, as I turn it this way, though, it feels like there's a realization that occurs in order for you to see that what this is coming towards you is actually part of your victory. So something about your desires are changing or has changed. Now that can do a lot of different things now as far as your desire changing. because this can bring in a new opportunity or a past opportunity that you're now prepared for, that you wasn't prepared for in the past, let alone even take a moment to, you know, look at it for a bit, consider it. Wow, Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, okay. Okay. So now we just went right into love, because the Knight of Cups represents a message that comes in of love, an invitation of love. This could be by someone online or someone that you meet online. Okay. But the way this is coming across is it seems like in the past there was a lack of trust, which then triggered the transformation, triggered a spiritual death, because the Knight of Cups is coming across as it passing by. Okay. So this is what I mean about a change in desires. Like now you're able to recognize this offer for all that it is. The moment you have this new beginning of the root chakra, you see that new beginning. This is, have y'all seen that meme where it's two people walking and talking, and it says, talking to me will have you in a different dimension. Well, some of you have met people like that, but you weren't, or they weren't, you know, uh, at that level just yet. So this could be someone similar to someone in the past because you're ready, or this could be someone from the past that returns because you're ready. Definitely pay attention to your dreams and who you're dreaming about. Okay. And today is definitely Friday the 13th. And I'm saying that it's 4/12. It's about to be 13 on the app. It just went to 13. So now, when we speak of the hero, Jason, and the Argonauts, it's really talking about you becoming the spiritual warrior, you knowing who you are. And the moment you know who you are, you start to attract similar vibrations where there's an overstanding, where you don't have to over explain yourself as to who you are or what you deserve. Okay. Something transforms quickly, because for the justice card to come up after transformation when it's usually before it, this is 13 and this is 11. Well, shout out to 13 coming through here. There's a do-over. There's definitely something you're able to do over, but you're ready to do it now. You're ready to do it now. I just saw 2833. You're ready to do it now for sure. Look at that. Whoa. Okay. Literally 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, in that order. I love to see it. This is beautiful though. Okay. This is beautiful. This is what I mean about you going on this journey to reconnect with your cosmic self here. Okay. So this has to do with you reconnecting with your ancestors, knowing those that support you, and doing the work that you had to do so that way you can assist those if they would like the assistance to evolve wherever they may be once they transition. Okay. Because this Knight of Cups, as you're walking with, okay, that just felt like an entire spirit that's been following you. But you had to sit with self for at least This could have been the last 9 years. You probably didn't realize that shit was going down like this. But notice the colors in here, okay? There's a lot going on, right? Notice the colors, all right? So this figure is sitting in front of a blue curtain, which is symbolic of the throat chakra. My left ear just beeped a little bit. 3003. Okay. Some of you have a loved one that has transitioned, but their soul is resurrecting. Okay. It's not for all, but that definitely is happening here. Or if this has to do with a child, the soul is being reborn. See what I mean about this offer that passed you by? You walked away from it, but you had every reason to walk away from it because the root chakra was blocked. There was so much going on within your intuition, but there had to be a lot of clearing. There was also a lot of challenges there, crescent moon energy. Okay. It's like you've learned a valuable lesson about being with yourself. It's like you being with yourself, you reach 98%. And then you meet someone, and this is part of the core values that you now have where you're not seeking somebody to make you happy. They add to your happiness just like you've reached 98%. And when this person come along, they may have an extra 10. You know what I'm saying? But that 10 is not something that you are it's not the whole picture, but it definitely adds to it. You know what I mean? Where now you're able to love yourself, and you loving yourself attracts exactly what you want because you don't need it, because the need of it has caused a restriction. So that's the journey in terms of a lesson in itself to go on, to decide to even go on, to learn to be with self. 3223. And we got the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let me see who we have here. Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, Page of Wands, Virgo, Venus and Virgo, Nine of Pentacles, Pisces, Knight of Cups, Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Pisces, Eight of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, Nine of Cups. So a lot of Pisces energy here. Okay. Have this Ten of Pentacles here. So it was easy for you to get through if this was levels from 1 through 9. 1 to 8, it made it seem like, you had to put in that work, but you notice you had to put in more work when it came to level 9. Okay, 9 could be significant. And the moment you were able, let me see, Venus, this is Jupiter. So now I'm getting Juno's energy. This is now being able to see yourself as the Empress. It's one thing to say it, but to move like it and think like it is a different story. But you put that story together now. And because you put the story together, you can see the vision clearer. And this is when the manifestation occurs. And the manifestation is happening when this message comes in. Temperance. A lot's been happening behind the scenes here. A new dawn approaches you. A new dawn approaches you. Let me say 4 of Pentacles. Speaking of a legacy, doing what you had to do, part of that was to step away. So now we got Temperance and the King of Pentacles. So this could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but King of Pentacles represented by Taurus. It is Taurus energy. So this would be the bridge in between, Aries and Libra. Wow. Okay. So speaking of a lot that's been going on behind the scenes, you do not see this shit coming, do you? You don't see it coming, but something here is on its way to you. What is this? This is an amazing opportunity, though. It's a new contract for sure. This is like someone who gives so much. Like you're always the one putting the effort, but now you have allowed yourself to be yourself and take back that energy and put that energy into you. And now you're being presented with someone who moves the way you do, the newest version of you, and then some. Let me see here. Let's get a look. Let me put it like this. I'm getting the vibe of an amazing conversation you're going to have with someone that they could be at a distance from you. They could be at a distance from you, but their energy is so genuine that they feel like they're right there next to you. And they want to give you their all. With this King of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, it's like you tell yourself, I don't want to put myself in a position where, it's like the past. But you learn to step away from even just that thought, because you may have noticed that even making that a priority when it comes to moments when you're doing your affirmation, that you tend to slip that in there, and this is what causes a delay. And you learn to back up from that and just focus on what it is that you want, focusing on what you want and what you about to bring into this picture here now. Because the Knight of Cups speaks of a proposal. You got the Justice card. Everything ended in the past for the most amazing reason, because that was the first card out, was the Death card. And we already know we got Mercury and Mars completing their retrograde journey at 8 degrees, which has to do with Scorpio. Mercury in Capricorn, which speaks of traditions, structure. I'm getting honesty also. It's like you're not over expressing yourself. If someone sees your value, you'll know. If they don't, you're not going to sit here and waste your time and wait for them to see it. It's a lot of growth and maturity that has happened. Look at this one here. Segment. Boss energy. That's the divine guidance that surrounds you now. Ooh, the goddess of war, which has to do with Aries. The destroyer of all enemies of the sun god Ra. Solar deity. Then you have divine guidance around you now to help you. I'm hearing to help you to say no to what no longer serves you. You may have been seeing 2355 or 1155, and I have it here on my cards indicating blossoming, justice, abundance, a revolutionary spirit awakening to deeply rooted ancient abilities, that of segment, not to be messed with. Okay. Revolutionary spirit awakening to deeply rooted ancient abilities through deeply rooted wounds. As I'm saying, I just saw the Five of Swords. Venus in Aquarius, helping you to disconnect from what no longer serves you as far as social relationships, because they're not in harmony with your goal when it comes to partnerships in general. It's like again, you no longer have to overexpress yourself. A sign of you overexpressing yourself is still you knowing who you are. Okay. And once you know, you know where you fit in. 40-44. 6 to 9 months. Yeah, karmic lesson. The karmic lesson had to do with the feelings that are programs you give life to when you say I am, Aries energy. And here we have healing the division or breach between the body, mind, spirit, and soul with herbs, magic, divination, crystals, prayer, affirmations, etc. God energy, you could be a manifester when it comes to your human design. Therefore, you connect to the frequency of being a pioneer, speaking life into existence. Communication for you is key. Okay. So with Mercury retrograde, there could be certain triggers that are coming to the surface so you can move beyond that. And then it says here, happiest on your own. Being happiest on your own to then reconnect with partnership, the essence of partnership where you can thrive with support. Because probably in the past, with the support you may have had was more so ulterior motives connected to it. See, now you're going from an empress to a goddess. This could also be you for the males. The divine feminine energy within you is going from an empress to a goddess. Which is like certifying your connection to your higher self. Ooh, look at who's at the bottom of the deck, Lady Nada, which is the counterpart of Christ. We have here the high priestess, power of low, high vibrations, dark and light. High priestess for sure. You decided to walk into and through the temple of self transformation. You met with members of the karmic board, the seventh ray energy. You may have had a lot of visions in connection to Atlantis, especially when working with Citrine. But Lady Nada speaks of unconditional love, compassion, and balance. Okay. What is this Page of Wands energy? Show me the Page of Wands. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. I mean, well, shit. Which has to do with the galactic center. What's this say? The truth heals. It'll also allow you to have a paradigm shift. It had to unfold this way for you to connect to higher love, sense of freedom, and breaking toxic patterns. That's, yeah. So we have here the card Ascendant, Rising Sign. What is this? Guardian Angel. As far as Mercury and Mars is concerned, this is the area. As far as your rising sign, when it comes to the retrograde energy, your rising sign will show you where it's happening physically in your life, okay? Where these energies will be depending on that house when it comes to your rising sign. So if you're listening to messages regarding the retrograde, focus on the rising sign. It'll tell you a lot about the area of your life that it's happening in the physical for you. Okay. Show me the Page of Wands. 4440. Show me the Page of Wands. Once again, welcome new and returning subscribers, newbies. The way we roll over here, I just go as source guides me. I may have a plan for your messages, but then if the energy switches up, hey, we go with it. All right, we got manifesting generator. Ooh. This is some Billy Carson talk right here. Head on a swivel while in legacy mode. So you're blocking anything when it's time to speak about the important things of life. You're removing those people out of your life because, like he said, if you're having a meeting, right, with someone and you notice they're distracted by what's going on around them and they can't stay focused, like if they see someone that's handsome or beautiful and their eyes go directly toward that while you're having a meeting about your legacy, that ain't somebody you're supposed to be working with because they're still connected to the sacral chakra. They haven't developed that skill to stay focused on the legacy, which is operating from the crown. And going back to the Kundalini energy, it's stuck at the root of it all. Okay. Then we got Tahuti here with the emerald tablets, pulling the 5D into the 3D, but it's also speaking of pulling dimensions of 5D and above into the 3D. We have Leo Aquarius coming through here. I create, I know, I create. Love is not attachment. All right, say it with me. Love is not attachment. It is not. And I feel like that's why there's a lot of wounding of the sacral chakra because of the attachment, you know, and so much so that this attachment stems from protecting ways of being or ways of controlling the collective to support what actually harms the collective. Until you decide to decondition yourself from that aspect and recondition yourself in alignment to universal laws of righteousness, then and only then will you be able to unplug from being somebody's puppet. Okay. Solomonic lineage. Let me see. Let me see what I can pick up on this. Eight of Wands. Rado, journey number 20. Okay, so Solomon keys of Mercury. Let me see what number 2 is. Hold on. Mercury is mixed colors, connected to 5 pentacles. It's number 2. Hold up. Just do that. Okay. The second pentacle of Mercury. The spirits herein written serve to bring to effect and to grant things which are contrary unto the order of nature and which are not contained under any other head. They easily give answer, but they can with difficulty be seen. Let's see. secret knowledge and power. The second, the order of Mercury, the second pentacle, King Solomon, has to do, it's for the secret knowledge and power. Which will be great to use. Obviously, to use them, you got to know what you're doing as far as like cleaning them and aligning with them, or activating them. But that specific one, the second pentacle of Mercury, can help you with secret knowledge and power during the planetary hour of Mercury. So that's for somebody in here that's already working with Solomon keys. Okay? So hold up. Oh boy. Yo, people are funny. Because I just heard somebody tried it. I know how I feel about that word. They tried it with someone who's tapped into Tahuti, who's tapped into the Emerald Tablets, who's tapped into Solomon Keys, who's tapped into runes. But you showed up in their life to teach them a great lesson about the way to use certain tools. This could also be yourself too. You know where you fit in. Huh. What else we got here? So that could be a good tip right there when it comes to invites that you're receiving. When you want to get down to business about what you want to do, even if this has to do with love or romance, you know what I mean? Because I know there's people, right, that you'll go on a date and you'll notice how this person operates. They may, oh, this is that conversation. It's okay to look or whatever. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what you got eyes for. But just be mindful of that, of people who are abusing that statement. Okay? Because that side eye shit, it can get a little weird. And not weird in a way that it's more so cosmic. It's just why are you doing it? Like, why are you doing it? Head on a swivel while you in legacy mode. Just be mindful of that. Don't put yourself in nothing you don't even need to be in. Ain't no need for it. Shit. You don't need a relationship with somebody. Could want it. But to need it, it's unnecessary. There's billions of people on this planet. You don't need it. If you hear what I'm saying. Let's see. 1122. I am generational wealth. I have the tools of and for success. See, and I feel like this could be the bribe because 1122 came out in reverse. Someone's forcing themselves to be magnetic for this to come out head on the swivel. But this is your opportunity to see what it is that you say yes to and what it's time to say no to. Because some of this you do got to let pass you by. Some of this you do got to let pass you by here. I just smelled the scent of a conditioner. Which one exactly? It came and went. But something about conditioning. 5505 on the timer. On the tail end of conditioning, reconditioning yourself. And the time now is 441. Let's see what the angels and ancestors got to say. Let's see. 5533. Now I just smell French vanilla coffee. Angels and ancestors, what is your message? Oh, there's that. Shadowed skin. French vanilla coffee. Let me see what this is talking about here. Number is 1008-990-165. The first thing on the list, gematria, French vanilla coffee, is 444. You may have been seeing that, which means you're on the path to expansion. 444 is 12. Bring that to a 3. That's Jupiter energy. But on this path to expansion, you're being guided by some very strong angels, guardian angels, to move you along this path because it has to do with the unknown. So right now, 113 is connected to guardian angel Harael, which helps with fertility, whether this has to do with business or family. But let me look at Jupiter's vibe. I'm gonna go. You would have to go 12. No, that would be Scorpio. Let's go 20. Nope, can't do that either. 30th of November, and then we will be looking at the 3rd, see which energies are we picking up from that. So Archangel Daniel, which helps to obtain mercy. If you're seeing 444, we have Daniel. We also have, as far as the 12th and the 3, Imamia, which is the patron of prisoners. Ooh. Some of you could be going through some judicial situations. Mithael for the 21st of December, which helps with writing. Okay. This is where that second chance is coming in again. Intend and create the high priest. I'm telling you, this one don't stop. You're always here. You're more than welcome. Trust in the unknown. Shadowed skin and trust in the unknown. So this is specific to someone who has been working on a court case. You may have done some type of work, asking your angels to assist you, your guardian angels to assist you. Now it's time for you to trust in the unknown. That's the only thing that will block you from the justice being on your side. Is overthinking something here. But in general, shed old skin, trust in the unknown. What's this? Drop your shields. Yeah. Okay. Don't overdo it, I'm hearing. When it comes to you transforming and unveiling your gifts, and overdoing it could be getting people to see you for who you are, or what you're, capable of doing. If they see you, they see you. If they don't, they don't. This could even have to do with appreciation, going from expectation to appreciation. Now what? I gotta get more about this here. Let me get some letters and stuff. Make sure these are where they're supposed to be. Okay. These are just rooms in human design. All right. Let's get this. Tell me more about this here. Libra. Wanting gibbous. Show me this energy. Shadowed skin, trust in the unknown, drop your shields. And then we have fertility, abundance, justice being on your side, 10055. Show me more about this energy here. Okay. We have solar eclipse, 22, and the letter P. Ooh. What I thought I did, I actually did it as I said. I just hit the button. But anyway, the letter P, 22, someone with the letter P, whose name starts with the letter P. Aquarius energy could be a life path, 22. Then we have the solar eclipse. This is a clearing of the gut, solar plexus. Then we have Scorpio energy here. $448. You got number 8. Speaking of Scorpio energy. Trust in the unknown, shadowed skin, drop your shields. Whatever this is coming in. It's brand new. This is new. Look at that shit. New moon right here. Let me see. Where is... Let me check on this new moon. We're in a Jupiter hour at that. For one more minute. Ooh, that is... Ooh, wow. Okay. At the last minute. Something comes in for you at the last minute. That's why I'm saying drop your shields. Last minute. Last minute. Something that you're cleaning up last minute, or you decided to clean up last minute. Knight of Wands. This could even be a move, because this is something that comes in last minute approval or decision. You decide on something last minute. We got the dice here. Now we got the Child. It's another knight here. We got the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Swords. 11-13. Today is the 13th, though. 113. What is this here? There's a transformation when it comes to the way you reflect, or what has been reflected back to you. Protect the king. He to whom Daniel interpreted the writing on the wall. These cards just keep... Ooh, Anubis. So this is for those of you who were adopted or feel like you were adopted. Anubis works closely with you because we have here the Nine of Pentacles once again, and the number 8. $868, 2288. 2288 Anubis. 342396666 Scorpio Anubis Guardian Child Abuse. Look at that shit. I'm in good hands, it says. Sebastian, Cobra Tate, Socks Case, Starman. It literally says Starman. So let's see what the Starman has to say about this. We're going to use the Starman deck. Whoa. It gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. You have 4 of Swords, 5 of Wands, King of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. So here we go. The fact that this 5 of Wands and this 6 of Wands showing up together, the moment you are able to stabilize your emotions about all of this abusive things that's been happening or has happened to you, mentally, verbally, spiritually, you end up, we're not playing this shit small, you end up in the realm of millionaire billionaires. For some of you, everything that you've experienced is for you to write a book. This is how you get to your 10 of Pentacles. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's Capricorn. The life you lived, overcoming the devil. Some of you literally got 15 books in you. But you're sitting here overthinking it. Instead of listening to the intuitive nudges that you're receiving to take flight, take off. Look at that. You got 22 again and 5. With the Queen of Pentacles representing the staircase. And then you have the Tree of Life. Your dreams come true when you tell or write your story. The way the light is right now, the sun setting, so much lavender and orange. Ooh, sacral in the crown chakra. And it's just glowing though. It literally looks like this outside right now. As I'm telling you this, it looks like this. So I feel like it's speaking more so to go towards the unconventional, because to majority of the collective, the sky looks like this often. It just looks blue and white. That's all they see. But to you, throughout the day or when the sun is setting, when the sun is rising, you can see the complete essence of this realm, of this earthly realm, in connection to the ethereal realm. Like it's so real for you. And I feel like it's so real for you. It's real for you. I'm also getting that some of you don't want to write about certain things because of who it may offend. And that's going back to the message from yesterday. Obviously, don't put yourself in a position of defamation, but On the complete opposite end of that, there's certain things that happen to you as the catalyst in your life, right? And something is not in balance where it's like, yeah, people get mad at you for exposing them, but they never think back to the pain that they exposed you to. Okay? They never take a moment to even process, wow, I really exposed this person to this being, this negative energy in their life. And all they chose to do, what they chose to do was actually develop from it. Everybody has a choice when it comes to healing. Nah, man, the way this here sky looked though, no. Yes, rather. It really looks just like that. It looks exactly like this. What is the message of the sky element? Spirit elements. What is the message? Oh, okay. The elementals. And then we got judgment here as I stop shuffling. That sky looking real heavenly right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. The elemental card that comes out speaks of life, the breath of life. You see this heart? This is the card that's really representing where your heart chakra is as far as the tail end of it. The resurrection of new life. You see all of that smoke that's coming out of there? Because the purification process that you've gone through the fire, you're now at the tail end of it. Here we go. Pressure, transformation. You're at the tail end of it. 27, 26. What's at the top? Depth, the lake. And mind you, this is where you've risen up from. You've gone through the depths of each of the elements. And now you're being reborn. But the resurrection comes from the heart. And you're going to see a completion of that come full moon in Leo. The new moon in Aquarius is on the 21st. And full moon in Leo is on the 5th. Oh, that's what it was about the 4th or the 5th. Okay. Bearing the fruit of previous actions, seeing results. Cutting off others. Swift actions can be a part of this process. Surprises and shocks. On the 5th of February, before this new moon on the 21st, which is about new beginnings, new developments, or circumstances around you, this new moon will be with Pluto, which can make it, especially with this transformation card here, This new moon being with Pluto can make the new developments more cathartic, crisis prone, transformational, or psychologically intense. That's why it says shed old skin, trust in the unknown, and drop your shields. Remember, Uranus starts to go direct or stations direct the day after the new moon. And this is where this new level of understanding or insights through adversity can now be put to use. Yeah, give me a second because I need to take a picture of this. I might have to get off this live and go outside and take a picture. Yeah, I'm going to do that and I'll be back later. Okay. I love you.